Yeah, we are laying up good stuff. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Backdraft and welcome to another episode on the Symmetria Server. This is episode number 6. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are over at the gold farm to reveal the moment of truth for our AFK sessions. Dun dun dun! And I'm gonna tell you right up front, it wasn't so great. So I AFK'd overnight for about 8 hours and then I tried to AFK more during the day, but at some point I was kicked off the server, whether for a server reset or for being AFK for too long. I don't know exactly what that was, but essentially we ended up with about 8 double chests of gold nuggets, which isn't even that many. It's almost a double chest of gold ingots, which is about 9 stacks of gold blocks, if I can calculate correctly. I don't know if I can calculate correctly. I don't think it's quite 9 stacks, but yeah, it's not that many stacks of gold blocks. So I did some maths and it is 6 stacks of gold blocks. 6 stacks. That's not as many as I was hoping for. I was hoping I'd be able to get 24 stacks per night. Yeah, so we're operating at about 1/4 of the speed that we were hoping for, which means it's probably gonna take us more like 50 days of AFK to get all the gold blocks we need for the build. I mean, on a regular scale of things, a double chest of gold ingots is quite a bit. So that's pretty cool that we can produce that much gold, especially on a server with this many people. But it seems like the fact that there is this many people is hindering the farm, and the lag, of course, is hindering the farm as well. So for now, I think it's time for change of plans because I can't AFK for 50 days to get all the gold blocks that we need. But I have an alternative plan for now. And that alternative plan, my friends, is right here in my hands. This is yellow concrete. It's a block that I was considering originally for the build, but I wanted to be a bit more flexy. You know, is there anything wrong with that? I just wanted to be a bit more flexy and use gold blocks instead. But yellow concrete is a little bit easier to farm than the gold blocks, and since we're gonna need a lot more AFK to get the gold blocks, we're gonna get the base up and running with the yellow concrete because I wanna just get it up. It's gonna be so awesome once it's up and we're finally gonna have a place to start building and start making beautiful in our area over here. So let me show you what we're working with right now. I just made 32 concrete just from the resources I had. We're gonna need a lot more resources to get all the concrete we're gonna need for the build. But this is all the gold that we got from that AFK session. It was somewhere between 9 and 12 hours, I wanna say, before we were kicked off the server with the AFK session. But it's 6.5 stacks of gold blocks. Now at this rate, now I don't know if we will get lucky and have some nights where the gold flows a little quicker because there's less people online or whatever. But at this rate, we will need to AFK for about 38 days to get all the gold blocks we will need for the build. So in the time that we're waiting for that, we're just gonna use yellow concrete. So to get all the yellow concrete, we're going to need about 2 double chests and then some of sand, 2 double chests and then some of gravel, and about 30 stacks of dandelions or yellow dye, which is all stuff that is completely doable within just a few hours. So let's get cracking. I'd also like to extend an open invite to any Symmetrians who are feeling generous and would like to donate some gold blocks to this cause. I assure you guys, my gratitude will be forever with you because the build that I'm planning on doing is super awesome. So I've got these 4 chests set up right over here to, I guess, my right, your left. Backdraft's Gold Bank, feel free to donate. Anybody who's feeling generous, drop some gold blocks in here. I will sincerely appreciate it. And if you want to leave your name or whatever, I can give you guys shout outs and everything in the videos. But yeah, feel free to help me out if you'd like. Maybe I'll give you guys some gifts if you do. So we popped over to the shopping district because I heard a rumor that Bob Swiftfoot has a flower shop that sells flowers for really cheap. Bob Swiftfoot's Enchanted Flowers and Dyes. Okay, all flowers and dyes are 1 diamond per 3 stacks. Mix and match anything except wither roses. Okay, so they have dandelions. Perfect. Wait, that's not quite enough. Oh, there's sunflowers. Are sunflowers 1 diamond for 3 stacks? Because these produce 2 dye, right? They do. That means we only need half the stacks. So we'll only need about 16 stacks of these. And if it's 1 diamond per 3 stacks, 5. Wow, 5 diamonds should be enough. That's what I actually take out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Did I do the math right? 15 divided by 3 is 5. That should be good. We're all done with yellow dye. There's a rock concert going on over here with a lightsaber behind it. The shopping district never fails to amaze me. Look at this. We got a drum set. We got a mic, I'm guessing that's a microphone. A piano. This is awesome. Minecraft, playing like an addict, living in my mama's attic, coon headed, and I'm ready for any zombie to buck back. Could I catch an arrow and away in the nether, we're leaving any mama alive or the suicide bust back. Backdraft parody videos now for your viewing pleasure. Add yourself to the crowd. Does someone want to come murder me in the SD? I need some heads, LOL. Okay, kill me. Yes, 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 yes. Where's the head? Did I drop a head? Did I drop a head? Thank you. Another one. Yes! We are now a member of The Rock Show. Now I just gotta get the armor stand book and give us some awesome pose. All right, now that we have all of the dye, we're now working on the gravel. And as you can see, I'm currently playing pickup in the middle of the ocean. Behind that island off in the distance in a little ways is my base. I just kind of flew out this way and found myself an ocean. And the reason that we needed to find an ocean, if you're not aware, is the ocean floors are completely covered with gravel. So this is the easiest way by far to collect a massive amount of gravel. We're going to need, I think the number was 120 stacks. And we almost have a shulker box filled up just after 10 minutes of harvesting. The hard part really is just floating around in this boat, waiting for all the gravel to float to the surface, and then going and picking it up. Kind of a tedious process. But it's easier than going mining and trying to find gravel. That would just take ages to find all the gravel that we need for our concrete. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be doing this for a while until we can get all of the gravel that we need. So I'll check back with you guys when I am all stocked up. Well, here we are doing some redstone work over at the base of a Symmetrian by the name of Reese Harris, I think is how you pronounce it. Sorry if I butchered the name. I should just put a permanent disclaimer at the beginning of each of my videos saying that I'm sorry for butchering names. But anyway, we're over here and we are building this contraption. I have built a couple of these already on the server. And what it is essentially is it is a combination of a basalt generator that requires you to mine the basalt, an infinite basalt generator led into a super smelter with blast furnaces. We have a data pack on this server that allows you to smelt basalt using a blast furnace into blackstone. So essentially what this is a basalt blackstone / super smelter generation systemificator thing. So patent pending. Do not try to steal the idea. But yes, so I have blasted out a message to a lot of Symmetrians saying that I am now offering this system. A lot of them have been interested in it. I built a couple already. I actually built one for our friend Jim Giraffe actually. And she was incredibly surprised at how well it works and was super stoked with it. So I'm glad about that. And we're not charging very much. We're only charging 20 diamonds for this. A couple extra if I'm providing the materials. But anyway, let's actually demonstrate how this thing works. I just need to grab some coal. It's quite simple. I'll just manually add the coal. Just grab a few of those. I'm just gonna manually add it in. But essentially what you would do is you would put the fuel in this chest over here. This hopper minecart would evenly distribute it into all of the blast furnaces. Then you would put, if you wanted to use it as a super smelter, you would put whatever you'd want to smelt in this chest here, and then the hopper minecart over here would come and pick it up and evenly distribute that into the blast furnaces. You could also swap out the blast furnaces with regular furnaces if what you needed to smelt could not be smelted in blast furnaces. But anyway, let me just dump in some of this fuel and then we will demonstrate how it works. So we'll just evenly distribute all of this coal. Okay. And now if we go up top, the basalt generator is just my own design of a basalt generator. Essentially, you have the lava flowing over the soul soil, which then gets turned into basalt because of the blue ice up there. This is the on-off switch for the hopper minecart collection system underneath. You can see that that is now going. And then essentially you just stand here and mine basalt. And the basalt will get picked up by the hopper minecart. It may take a minute to regenerate because of a little bit of lag on the server. This is also sped up if you have haste 2 as well, just to keep in mind. So essentially all of that basalt that you collect will end up in the double chest that is the input to the super smelter system. So we have 54 basalt in this double chest right here. Now you can constantly keep this running if you'd like, but I didn't have it on right there. But essentially once you turn on the distribution system, this hopper minecart will come pick up the basalt, evenly distribute it into the blast furnaces, and for whatever reason it looks like, oh, there is a rail in that one. That was just a little bit of a mistake from the construction. But anyway, it's now evenly distributing the basalt into the blast furnaces, and once it is done, it will become blackstone and end up in the output chest. This is an awesome design. I'm so stoked with it. Let me know your guys' thoughts, and if any of the Symmetrians are watching this video and is interested in this design, it can be yours today for the low, low price of 20 diamonds. Just hit me up on Discord. We've popped over to the creative server for just a sec because our friend Jim Giraffe is looking for a redstone contraption that will help her catch her golden carrot person. So she has gone into full-blown detective mode trying to find this golden carrot person. If you guys remember from the last video, she was posting signs all over the place trying to find this person who's leaving golden carrots all over her base. Yeah, it's quite the mystery. And I have obliged her in helping her build this redstone contraption that will hopefully help her catch this culprit. So what she was looking for was outside of her her nether portal. She was looking for a way to drop the person down into oblivion and kill them and collect all their items and hold their items hostage until they reveal themselves to her, which is a pretty sneaky idea if you ask me. So I was able to build this tripwire hook contraption, which actually just basically drops the floor out from beneath the player when they walk through it. It just hopefully relies on the fact that the person isn't really paying attention and they miss the tripwire hook here and just go ahead and walk right through it. So when they come out of the ender portal, they'll walk this way, activate the tripwire hook, and then just fall through the floor. And the whole thing is actually self-resetting, which is pretty cool. Once again, they come through. It doesn't matter if they tap it once. As soon as they hit it, as soon as the redstone activates, the observer will fire off and shoot off the pistons with a 1-tick pulse. So we can ensure that they always will fall through. So hopefully this will work for her. The grind for the yellow concrete is now complete. Well, almost. We finished collecting all of the yellow concrete that we needed, well, all the sand and the gravel and everything, and we created, it was about 4.5 double chests full of the stuff. Now comes the boring part where we have to turn it all into regular concrete. So I created this little concrete mining machine, which will go a little bit faster with my beacon, but anyway, I just stand here and you hold down left click and right click and it will automatically mine all of the concrete for you. Most of it is picked up by the hoppers. Some of it ends up bouncing off to the sides, but that's okay, no big deal. We'll just go and collect that ourselves. So we're gonna be doing this for quite a while. The only other faster way to do this would probably be set up a automatic concrete converter using TNT, but I really don't have the resources for that right now, so I think this is what we're stuck with. But anyway, we are going to press on and get all this converted. Oh no. No. Why me? They're coming after me now. Who is the golden carrot person? Who is it? What kind of madman would do this? Who just walks into people's bases uninvited and leaves golden carrots everywhere? What kind of psychopathic? We need a lot of yellow concrete, yellow concrete, yellow concrete. We need a lot of yellow concrete, yellow concrete, yellow concrete. I'm losing my mind. Okay, hours of resource collection later, and we are ready to go with the palace build. It has been a long time coming, and I am super stoked to get started with this. But behind me, as you can see, we got a little bit of a gift. You gave me a banger, might as well return the favor. Bounty. P.S. I low-key prefer Terran too. And we got a pig step disc from our friend Bounty. So if you guys recall, if you didn't see the episode, we set up some note block music over at his StarCraft battle cruiser build that he's doing, which is super awesome. And he apparently is in love with it and exchanged that for the Pig Step disc, which we will have to listen to at some point. But anyway, let me explain what we got going on. So over here in the Super Smelter, we are currently smelting an entire double chest full of netherrack so that we can get nether bricks and then convert it into the red nether brick that we're going to need for the build. Over here, I have successfully converted all of the yellow concrete over for use in the spires. Once again, this yellow concrete is hopefully temporary. It's probably going to be temporary for quite a while until we can get enough gold to build up all the spires. Our gold stock, yeah, isn't really that, you know, I just got about 10.5 stacks in there. We need to fill up 4.5 double chests of that stuff. So that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Once again, any Symmetrians who are willing to help, just drop off some gold at my base over here. And last but not least, we have about almost four double chests full of sandstone. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't think it will be, but I don't know for sure. So if we end up needing more sandstone, that's okay. That's something we can easily get just by helping to flatten out this area over here for the future city of Agrabah. But as you can see, to get all that sandstone, I did a lot more work out here and flattened out a bunch more area out here. And eventually, once we get the palace up and running, I'm going to start making plots out here and start designing it to be the city of Agrabah. And hopefully the Symmetrians can help me out with that. But anyway, ladies and gents, it is long overdue that we get started on the rest of the palace. So I hope you enjoy. Let's do the time lapse and roll that music. Woo! What a lot of work. And I'm so thankful that I'm able to get this shot before we turn it back into daytime. Oh, that was quite a bit of work. About 5 hours worth of work just to get this portion of the base up and running. And we are only maybe about 30% done with the base. But as you can see, I've got the central tower completely done. Obviously, the interior is not done yet, but we've got it up and running. And that is the biggest spire. And I think I heard a phantom. Yep, we're going to fly down and we're going to go back into the base and we're going to show you guys exactly what we're working with in here. So this spire has got to be somewhere between 6,000 to 7,000 blocks of yellow concrete. That is a lot of yellow concrete. And once this thing is fully done, I can't wait to show you guys what this is going to look like. It's going to look super, super awesome. I guarantee it. I've been promising you guys an awesome build, and I promise to deliver. But anyway, let's check it out. So if we fly up into the top spire up here, you can just get an idea of how massive this spire is. It's pretty big, like I said. The shape turned out really, really well. It took me about 2 or 3 tries on a creative server actually to get the shape of this down, but I think it mimics the actual Agrabah Palace pretty well. Let me know your guys' thoughts on that. But we got a little bit of glowstone to add a little bit of flare and texture and kind of light it up a little bit. I obviously spam torches in here so we don't create an unintentional mob farm. And of course, the red nether brick, which is an awesome accent to this build. And if you actually look at the picture of the Agrabah Palace, this is pretty accurate if you ask me if I do say so myself. And the last little thing that we did, a couple little things that we did here is we mapped out with sandstone where all of the other pieces of the palace are going to go. Here is the, I don't know what direction this is. This is the north wing, I guess. The south wing is over there of the palace. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more towers that have to be built. None of them as big as this one, obviously, but still super, super cool. We also have these tiny little towers here in the front. The design of these might change. I don't know. I'm not super crazy about them, but I think they're pretty cool. Let me know your guys' thoughts on those as well. You got a better shot of them from when we were on top of the scaffolding. And then finally, the doorways that we're going to be building. This is the design we have for the doorways. It uses these beautiful new warped wood blocks. We have the trap doors, we have the stairs and slabs, and of course the stripped wood, which looks really, really cool. That's the design for all the doorways that we're going to be doing throughout the palace. And of course, down below, I can take you guys down right into here. This is the area that we know all too well. This is where my portal is and my storage and everything. Obviously, this room is going to transform as well. But anyway, ladies and gents, that is all the time I have for today's episode. If you liked it, please do not hesitate to hit that thumbs up. And if you really enjoyed it, then hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. And stay tuned for future episodes where we will continue building the palace. Also, stay tuned for the mystery of the golden carrot person. I have been sucked into this mystery, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more that we're going to have to investigate, myself and Jim Giraffe. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gents. All right, take care. I'll see you. Bye-bye.